Hello everyone, welcome to Shanghai YouTube channel, your trusted news source for honest reporting and clear update from South Sudan and the region. Today we bring you a detailed look into four major stories shaping the country. The special court in Juba adjourned the trial of Dr. Riek Machar as prosecution struggle to prepare a full witness list. The governor of Western Equatoria rushed back to Yambio to calm rising insecurity and gunfire in the town. The Director of Traffic Police, General Con John Akot, returned to office after a brief controversial transfer to our will. And in Juba, National Security Officer rearrested comedian Amas Jok, along with a TikToker and a musician raising concern over freedom of expression. Let's begin with our top story coming from Juba. Please, before we proceed, do not forget to help the channel by subscribing, turn on the notification bell so whenever we upload a new video, you can be notified. Let's begin with Machar trial adjourned. The special court handling the case of suspended first by President Dr. Riek Machar and seven co-defendants has adjourned its 22nd session until Friday, November 21, 2025. The court halted proceedings after prosecutors failed to complete and submit a full witness list. Dr. Riek Machar, the first vice president, and the other accused face heavy charges, including treason, crimes against humanity, mass murder, terrorism, and destruction of property. These charges relate to the March 2025 attack on an army base in Nasser, where Major General Majur and several soldiers lost their lives. Inside Freedom Hall, Judge Stephen Simon informed the prosecution that many of the witnesses do not speak English or Arabic, making preparation slow. He ordered the team to categorize witnesses by language and identify who can testify without an interpreter. Presiding Judge James Alaladeng also instructed the prosecution to indicate which witnesses require protection measures and which can testify openly. The court acknowledged that it does not have an interpreter fluent in English, Arabic, and Nuer, so both sides were told to agree on one. Prosecutor Sabri Wani Lado announced that the team intended to call 16 witnesses, including one who required language assistance. 8 witnesses will need protection, while 8 are prepared to testify without it. Another prosecutor, Ajo Onyo Issa, requested more time to create a fully organized list. He confirmed that the prosecution would provide an interpreter for the hearing. Meanwhile, defense lawyer Gary Raimondo Lege say Dr. Riek Machar team has no objection to the prosecution hiring an interpreter, explaining that the defendant speaks Nuer. The court then adjourned the case until Friday. The defendants include Dr. Riek Machar, Port Kangchol, Mampal Dwar Gadwech Lampoch, Lieutenant General Gabriel Doblam, Camilo Gad Michael, Mading Yakrik, Dominic Gad Gokrik. This continue to be one of the most followed court cases in South Sudan, and Shanghai will bring you update as new information emerge. Let's move on to our second top story, rising insecurity in Yambio. Turning now to Western Equatoria. The governor of Western Equatoria State, James Altaib Jes Berapai, returned urgently to Yambio on Sunday after the state experienced heavy gunfire and an ambush on a national security team in Masia on Saturday evening. Speaking at Yambio airstrip, the governor said he had been in Juba presenting a security report to President Salva Kiir Mayardit when the crisis began. According to him, the gunfire came from a misunderstanding between security forces. The noise spread fear across several areas, including Masia, Napere, Ikpiro, and other nearby neighborhoods. LD official at the Yambio State Hospital confirmed 2 deaths and 4 injured linked to the incident. Residents also reported cases of looting and sporadic gunshots throughout the night, which forced many families to hide indoors. Some traders and border riders complained of financial losses after shops were broken into and movement restricted. The governor held a meeting with the security organs and said the situation is now relatively calm in Yambio, Tambura, and Meridi. He praised the deputy for holding the administration together during his absence. Governor James Altaiba urged the public to remain calm, avoid spreading unverified information, and cooperate with authorities as efforts continue to restore stability. Let's move on to our third top story. General Akot returned to work. In Juba, the Director of Traffic Police, Major General Con John Akot, has officially returned to duty after a briefing transfer to Awil as Police Commissioner. Addressing officers at the Traffic Police headquarters, General Akot said he has personally invested his own money into building and improving the department offices. His return comes after a major reshuffle where 13 senior police officers were transferred. Social media rumors claim Akot refused his transfer, but he publicly denied rejecting order or undermining the Inspector General. General Akot is known for his outspoken nature. In 2023, he made headlines when he called the national legislature illegitimate and unregistered during a dispute over a law removing annual vehicle logbook renewals. On Monday, he again claimed that in the country no commander worked for national interests. Every commander worked for personal gain. He also revealed that his own insurance company, Con Insurance, had funded the construction of the traffic police officers, conference room, furniture, and even electricity bill. General Akot strongly denies allegations that he hired officers only from his village or that he sexually exploits female officers. He said all traffic police personnel come from various tribes across South Sudan. Let's move on to our fourth top story. Comedian Amos Jok rearrested again in capital Juba. Our final story today comes from Juba, where National Security Service have rearrested the well-known comedian Amos Jok along with a TikTok content creator named Gokwel and the musician Akot Matwongdit. This is the second time in 1 week that comedian Amos Jok has been detained. She was first arrested after a viral TikTok live where she criticized President Salva Kiir Mayardit, calling him a big thief wearing a hat. She was later released but barred from using social media. However, according to her family, a disagreement among National Security Service unit led to her being taken again. She was rearrested from her home in New Site around 5 p.m. on Saturday. Relative of musician Akot Matwongdit also confirmed that he was taken by men wearing National Security Service uniform while heading to South Sudan Hotel for a performance. Meanwhile, the president of the South Sudan Artists Union, Ahmed Deng Williams, said he heard about the arrest but does not know the reason. Civil society leaders have condemned the detention. Bol Deng Bol, executive director of Interpret South Sudan, described the arrest as violation of constitutional freedom. He stated that citizens have the right to express their opinion freely and that comedians should not be jailed for making joke or political comment. He added that suppressing free expression can fuel anger and push people toward violent forms of protest. The rearresting of artists has raised renewed concern about freedom of speech and the space for public discussion in South Sudan. And that brings us to the end of tonight's news on Xiang Fight. We cover major development in the Machar trial and the security situation in Western Equatoria leadership, with the police service and the growing concern over freedom of expression following the rearrest of prominent artists. Thanks for watching Xiang Fight. Right now, katin kono lat Karodian re which ka South Sudan. Akan kono niam to kon kaler tibi kon kalin katadan and len ngaro dien keje. Mi jira mi jidit gwasa me ka Xiang Fight YouTube channel goro no jin bi subscribe ka bi notification bell bi jetwany ko mi te galer mi shibre gwasa me be chwama la shubi keje. To kon kalere dang wan to go liang lere nyam bana link bana rach ka kwi lokanda na cha look Dr. Yang Macharan walle ala look and jandang ro wi de dien. Rewdo gwase me bana rach ka kwi Western Equatoria kwere ki governor dung yambio chala do jen chaje chore wike yambio ka kwi kor dana chi tuoka yambio. The audience bana rach ka kwi traffic police General Con John Akot chala do chaje loj gwalade ka jodan chala nwene meni. Ngwan bana rach ka kwi National Security Officer ka yen dana chikan comedian Ahmad Jok chikan yen ka je kan radadian mala TikToker ka musician ko kendi kan ka yen rai wike juba ka ta dan chagu je no lokano de na de karwaj gorno jin be subscribe ka bi notification bell be jetwan ko mete mi bare gwas me be shwa mala shube keje cara je to ka kwi lok Dr. Riek Machar an wala ka jen shang wala murai kon ka jemo chala de gwan wo ne sha look ya nyok mutuo ka je lugan jendang ra wide rawdien ala look first by President Dr. Riek Machar kenene dangbarotin kontin chaka yen kel. Chala do sha look ya nyok mi yot ka je joka shanga jendang ra wide kel ka pai wel kel rontin dangro jendang ro wide diech. Chala do cha je kapchong and look and wale ko chala do take to can fulfill a persecutor ki take ngwanda kan la let. Wa Kennedy Contila prosecutor written going ke Dr. Riek Machar Nedin Contila ki witness Kennedy Contila nen chala no kan lisdien kan kanung kata dan de Canadian ke dobe dan chikor che tuoga je which ka Nasir de kana blood wa kan lisdien kana kono Kennedy titla eyewitness ne tini kanete konde sha Dr. Riek Machar chaja going kan ju kware dang baro ko maden dial ka dang badak wade chikor che tuoktin Dr. Riek Machar yan kaje ka cha gwain ka dupto ngwan man yam mutual treason crime against humanity ka mass murder ka terrorism ka destruction of property rai wai ka nasir ka kan charging tin kona cha ga cha ke gwade da ne cha wi yara dio base cha dak anatin konti la ngwan nuare gwase da ne shi ka gwach ka kume SSPD ka chwa general major dak chwa ne kan wena mo kana din tin ngwan kokien and wala ka freedom wall chi judge Stephen Simon chi prosecution chaga jogono nene ne tungwan kanetin kontin la witness ni wariudien quick kantok no cha ladan nene ne tungwan quick kantok English ka quick kantok Arabic wa ne tungwan radian wa ngai kanetong nuare wakane da to kane ti chala do kan gor kano de ram de interpretation da jalat ki de ka loy to gwad dan wa wukan right wukan Indian ke Dr. Macharo kan lat ke je chala do kane da to ne kane tin kontin chila do gwano ring machar kan ji kwar shi ka dwari kan lat so kane ti to goro de ga moy ram de to da lo jane kane ti right ka tong nat ku kan to Arabic ku kan to English presiding judge misala la deng chala do nene che prosecution chaga jogo no nene goro jeno kane dang badak ten chala do goro de gang ko chala do la peng ne dial ka ne dangwal bakel re ne dangwal bakel to ne dang badak kene gor kano ba ka gang ko cha ponyen cha benen ne dang badak ten kokien kene tele kare chang nan ka ken buga chong niam court ka tanat re ne de ti chala do ne chika roi ka to English ki chika roi ka to Arabic wa ngai kene nuar ki roi ken ka tong nuare wa gor karame mo mede to ri ande je kula loch kane dang badek tin kokien reine da to waken sikan goro ba panken ba kanen gor kono bika rach chanen shi ramdana la jache ramdana porchenere kon la ji prosecutor she ko jogo no ne gor jeno biane ti biya ka ganko cha wanken cha ka benen jen ta dan le rode chala do ne en walle kane da to waken kan ben rei wich ki gwa lok en walle ka freedom all gwa dan ko lu kwa jele luktin na me wa jen do badanen kwa lu kwa je passport ke je ki kwa ja john ke je no ba je lat ni ke jen changa jen dangar wi ke la mo ka jen pai wel ke to continent la ti ke prosecutor di mi chala jonyo chere ko te to bono ne mo je ne ke full time ki jagane ko bine lisbine organize ne tin content to wel bakelen kon wa kan list yen kanatup no gwada me ci defend lawyer Gary Raimondo lege chala do ne area can object there can they say that Machati must no objection ka kui persecution and wada ta garamede kan interpreter de kan gor kan tel area ko ne din content gwan ke doctor reng machar kan ne ka kan right ka tung nore cha ga jugo no tel area a loy ke todien ka to ko ani ko baling ne ko kien manda lat kene ne din content cha yen tin ngai kon ka ko lok dien en wala ka jen Friday me sore ka jan je lada me ko chalu cha yot ka Friday ne re kon lo ka Dr. Riek Machar Port Kangchol Mampal Dor Gadwi Lampoch Lieutenant General Gabriel Doblam Camilla Gan Michael Mading Yakrik Dominic Gat Gokrik Kennedy Canadian Contin loko lugdien ki loka en walle but ci luk cha kap nyam ka Friday be beno sha nyandang rewde kel ko witness ni wa gor kan protection ne re konen de gang ka gor kan ne mode ko lo to ko tanat ku kan tok andan and right now ga ci to English kan to Arabic kan bu go right ka to nuare ba ja ko lo ka to kawaini cha jo mo cha lat wana kaler do dien la chala do dor shal kame Western Equatoria take kormi ci toktin cha governor Western Equatoria James Altaib jen cha jugono lo ne joka pedalong wir ka yambi gwada dana ci korche toktin ka Sunday korche to ka Sunday re wichin winemi no Canadian kontin terga koromo wa ke dine korodien nyok wa re akeliu ci korche toktin National Security Team kama saya kanedi kokien wa ka wer keliu to kotetin ka jo chalat ka yambio chala do ne ci governor were wichin winemi ka korga me ci okut kirma yadi te ga report mi chanang ka ta da ne chuina ka jere wichin winemi ka Western Equatoria ci ngai kone wa wude me cha jien ko jene governor wa che governor che je kamrara dien ke che acting governor che banpin dor ki cholke masia na pre ikpro ken gotin kokien jela query no ne wa ka jene che korche lo tuok ere gwatamo wa che tene ti chanak ne dangwan cha mu ko bot ke jodan charat ke je wa ne ro chi ke tednien ke chi ke liu cha ga nan ka yambi state hospital ne me jen ko dan to ngin mi ko lo gor jeno bo we dor chalga mo ka tambura ka yambio kene miridi ko de tindi ala kono to de kan ko nyomu ko kan ka adreso kujemi wa ku mes pela yo chari na ne ko nan ga wa ke dini SSPD ap korodien so jo me di yen link ka ta dan en che to ko je ko de konte ke ngin murung eno do dien le roda mo re wishing winemi chana we ka ler do dien general akot wajen che nyok muluje re wich ke jalo leda re wiki juba director dung traffic police Michal Major General Con John Akot jen wache lo lade ka korga me chaje nang dor chal ka ma will police station la cha ko la police commissioner ne ka will no chala non walle headquarter la traffic police headquarter General Akot said jene point cha yo ka cha ka use ko ba office ni bakalat no nyok gwata me en wude me mulat kon meni wajen chaje gere ni no cha ne ri chop ke 13 senior police officer cha ka wuj ka cha ka transfer ke social media chala do ne cha kon pone chelo gono bo we ka will ka jodan chalat ke je but ka kore ka jom chala da wajen la kon wajen ngai ke je ka dom chora ke je ke 2023 la ron kin dan ro jendang ro diok gwani ma chara jega long Canadian contin la national legislature la da jeno Canada ti chike legitimate ka kan ka they are unregistered ke Canadian mo kan ngach no generated ti chikan kui kan ngot ana gwal mi chigro altin ka kui annual vehicle logbook renewal cha jo mo cha jalat wa mi cha ja geran gwas mi wa chelu no ger ka jigata dana chalat ko jen wa cha ja gwan ben wo jen ishe mane kan mo jala do re wishin wini mi che ko la no ka also Sudanese kan it content law officer ka muktab da ta rami mo mi cha mo ke bong re cha jo mo cha jalat wana ka leran wan den gwas me comedian ma jok cha nyo ko mi yan ka jere wi ka juba an wala kaman bukon ling re wi ka juba National Security Service wa chicken comedian Ahmad Jok chicken nyok comedian kan right now chaja yene kan ka jo dan chalat Ahmad Jok gen ramangai ke comedian jen chaja yen karwar cha yen maradian la TikTok content creator rami chala gogwel mo kan rami mo mi la TikToker ke musician ken mi chala kon matong dit na me wa jen yin rawda ka nyama me mi chalka mat jogani ne jen cha jalu ne ka cha jogano jen chi binyok chi TikTok chi binyok use bada wa chi jine na security service wa chi ganyo mo ral kan karodin ko amat jogo wa chi kin mi yadi che kwe do ne a big thief wearing hat ka tai da ne chalat ke je jene kir mi yadi de chwer a big thief wearing a hat jene chwer mi te ke kume an gwado mo me cha je nang chwa nyoko mo wa je lun and then ka chwa bird ke cha kap chonga social media che de use me cha je lun and then ka kora wa ka tiang ka ta di 5 pm wa chwa nyoko wa je ke be National Security Service gwad mi chigro al karodien wa anta me cha musician mo and sorry cha comedian mo cha je yen ka nyok cha akon matung di cha yen bo mila musician chi man chigro jeno jen wa chaja ka be National Security Service te jel ke uniform ne jene we ka South Sudan hotel wan mi dar perform sin ke dara wo twarten yo kaf no Ramadan la president ka South Sudan Artists Union Ahmed Deng William jene tele jom che link do budana cha musician ti kan comedian cha ga jen ke je la ji entertainment ni jene tele jangaitin civil society chikala do ne mishir kana me mi jaga lon chikana condemn Bol Deng Bol executive director of Intrepid South Sudan they describe no neme lami yan karana jene violation of constitutional freedom and when ran take long ko der wa charan chaje de yen ka jodan chelat kije wa chane ti cha ka yen ka do budan chalat National Security Service mi mabashi chongno rami momoro en lad ni chondir lat bachagu jino na me je ko mi kume mana ba ka yene ki ta da na chanen gwasme wachi chong jo me agenda na gore de nyaka kon kel ju je pro jino jin bi shang fa YouTube channel bi je subscribe an ban je kala rodian bi ta kamal bye bye